Canada has once again found itself the target of a Donald Trump broadside against the auto industry. But ours is not the only trade war that Trump is threatening to escalate. At a fundraiser for the midterm elections in North Dakota on Friday, President Donald Trump warned his patience is running out, noting he's not opposed to imposing auto tariffs as a way of pushing Canada to reach a new North American free trade agreement.
So every time I have a problem with any of these, many of these countries that we're talking about, especially the big car countries, I just say, okay, look, we can't make those deals. That's okay. I'm going to put a 20% tax on your cars. We'll do it. We'll do it. We'll agree.
As he tries to put pressure on NAFTA negotiations, Trump also warned a tax on Canadian-made cars would be devastating for our economy.
I mean, actually, in some countries, including Canada, a tax on cars would be the ruination of the country. That's how big it is. It would be the ruination of the country.
Canada's lead negotiator and Foreign Affairs Minister Chrystia Freeland told reporters outside NAFTA talks in Washington the atmosphere is constructive.
I think that you could say at this very intense point in the negotiations, we're really in a continuous negotiation phase, and we're all working very hard.
But it's something we've been hearing for months, and no closer to knowing when a deal will be reached. The Americans would like to bring Canada into the NAFTA fold by October.
Thank you.
Trump also upped the rhetoric on trade with China on Friday, saying on Air Force One he's ready to roll out tariffs on virtually all Chinese imports into the U.S.
The $200 billion we're talking about could take place very soon, depending on what happens with them. To a certain extent, it's going to be up to China. And I hate to say this, but behind that, there's another $267 billion ready to go.
While the trade war comes at a time when the U.S. economy has been performing well, this expert told Chinese state media it could backfire on the Trump administration.
And they could keep taking this further and further. I mean, putting this into perspective, this is all happening at a time when the U.S. economy is doing well. And so the Trump administration may feel they have some wind behind their backs. But the flip side to that is this actually could end up hurting the U.S. economy in the long run.
The U.S. probe into Russian interference has produced its first jail term. George Papadopoulos is a former advisor to the Trump campaign who set off special counsel Robert Mueller's probe. He's been sentenced to 14 days in jail after pleading guilty to lying to federal investigators about his Russian contacts. His lawyer criticized Trump for calling the Russian probe fake news and a witch hunt, pleading his client's ignorance, saying Papadopoulos had misguided loyalty to the president.
All fair-minded people who listen to the facts in the case would conclude that Russia meddled in the election. I thought even President Trump had come around to that.
Trump mocked the light sentence on Twitter, writing, quote, 14 days for 28 million, 2 million a day. No collusion, a great day for America. That $28 million price tag Trump's referring to appears to be about the cost of the Mueller investigation, although that number is unconfirmed.